We've got a massive injury report to break down today. And honestly, some of this is just getting hard to watch. From a fluke accident that has us questioning a player's future to season-ending surgeries and trade deadline ripples, there's a lot to get into. You're not going to want to miss this. We're going to break it all down right here on the line change.
Announcer here, play-by-play for the Edmonton Canucks. You've got it locked in the line change, a Vancouver Canucks podcast.
Canucks Nation, welcome back to the Line Change, a Vancouver Canucks podcast. We're starting with the most concerning news of the week, and that involves Filip Chytil. Filip Chytil just can't catch a break. He was finally back at practice last week wearing that familiar non-contact jersey after missing time with migraines before the Olympic break, then a fluke catastrophe, an errant puck deflecting off of a defenseman's skate and hitting Chytil square in the head. Yeah, another head injury for Filip Chytil. Head coach Adam Foote has confirmed it is a facial fracture, so almost very similar to what happened to Zeev Buium, but it's happened to a guy who's suffered multiple concussions throughout his NHL career. Now, Adam Foote said this on Friday. Yeah, he's got a facial fracture. I think it went off one of our defensemen's skates and skipped up. Really, that's some bad luck for him. No freaking kidding, it's bad luck. Now, Foote did say that there is a chance he may not need surgery. He's seeing a specialist for the final verdict on that, but he is or has been ruled out indefinitely. Not that we were surprised by that. Look at the numbers. Since the JT Miller trade last January, the Canucks have played 88 games because of 4 separate injury absences, including a concussion, and now this. Chytil has only played in 27 of those 88 games. 27! At 26 years old, with a history of head injuries, you have to wonder where the line is. For his own health and his life after hockey, keep in mind, like I said, he's only 26 years old. And we're trying to think about life after hockey. Is it time to shut him down for the year? Or, and it's a heavy question, should he consider retirement? We've heard the rumblings about the medical staff, the Canucks medical staff not being great, especially this season, with the whole, thing with Teddy Bluger, how he had setbacks, Demko having setbacks, all these setbacks, even with Chytil, it's gotten to a certain point where it's about the person, not just the player. We want what's best for Filip Chytil, the human being. And right now, that might mean stepping away. Just a thought of that. I think it's about time to at least maybe consider it, or maybe even bringing it up to Filip Chytil. I know at the end of the day, it is probably his decision, but the guy can't stay healthy. And, 27, only being able to play in 27 of 88 games since being traded to the Canucks is really, really bad. Now, moving towards the youth. I know that's kind of funny to say considering Chytil's only 26 years old, but we're talking about a guy who's a lot younger than Chytil. We have another official shutdown. That is, of course, Jonathan Lekkerimaki, who is set for season-ending surgery, shoulder surgery, that is. Lekkerimaki has dealt with a few injuries this season, including near the start of the season and again in December. Well, these were, I would say, more minor injuries. I know the one he had at the start of the season, I believe he ended up missing like a month of action. This surgery obviously spells the end of his season, and it's a tough blow because Lecky was finding his groove, tallying 20 points in 21 AHL games, and he was showing real strides in his physical game. Manny Malhotra recently praised his consistency in winning puck battles, the exact stuff he needs to be a full-time NHLer. We also saw him showcase some of that chemistry with Liam Ogren at the NHL level prior to the Olympics, and I know us Canuck fans, we're looking forward to seeing even more of that, perhaps at the NHL level, but it'll have to wait until next season, unfortunately. We'll be doing a deep dive soon on whether this season moved him closer to a permanent roster spot on the Vancouver Canucks, so be sure to stay tuned for that within the next coming days. On a slightly more positive note, Brock Besser was back on the ice. He was in a red non-contact jersey due to an illness, but Adam Foote clarified that they were just making sure it wasn't a viral issue and not related to his previous concussion. Besser was still skating on the top part of the unit alongside Pettersson, DeBrusk, Rossi, and Hronek. So obviously Marco Rossi is going to be good to go for tomorrow, which is obviously good news. Zeev Buium is also expected to play Wednesday against the Jets despite wearing a full cage for his own facial injury. On the goaltending front, expect Tolopilo and Patera to suit up against Winnipeg. Kevin Lankinen is still dealing with travel delays back east. Apparently there was a storm and he has since been delayed, so he will likely be given a week off due to him coming back from Milan, and likely won't even back up on Wednesday. So no Lankinen for Wednesday, possibly against Winnipeg. Now, with only 5 games until the March 6th trade deadline, Adam Foote says that he hasn't been told to sit anyone for asset management yet. But we know how fast that can quickly change. Obviously, keep an eye on Evander Kane as well as Teddy Blueger and David Kampf. Those are obviously the main 3 that are likely to be moved between now and the deadline. But practice was spirited, though. We even saw Hronek and Höglander jawing at each other during a one-on-one battle. The intensity is there, but the health is the big question mark. What do you think the Canucks should do with Chytil? Is it time to shut him down for good this season, or time for him to finally hang up the skates? What are your thoughts on Buium being given the green light to play on Wednesday? We already know that Rossi has been given the all clear. Could we also see Besser back in the lineup? Adam Foote did say that, he could possibly shed that red non-contact jersey at practice this morning, which will likely be out, or that you will likely hear about either before or after this video comes out. Drop a comment down below and let's talk about it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and have your notifications turned on for that upcoming Lekkerimaki deep dive video. I want to end this video by thanking the sponsors of this video, Gassy Jack Art, maker of that artwork you see behind you, or behind me rather. You can check them out at GassyJackArt.com. Also want to thank DraftKings Sportsbook, which is an official sports betting partner of the NHL. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, is built for the fastest game on ice. With player props and live betting, every shift, every shot, every save gives you options to get in on the game with DraftKings Sportsbook. New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code THPN, that's code THPN, to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, wager tax pass-through may apply in Illinois, 21 plus in most states. Void in Ontario, restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which will expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. This is a limited time offer. Copyright 2026 NHL, all rights reserved. This video has been a presentation of both DraftKings Sportsbook as well as the Hockey Podcast Network. Be sure to check out the network for your favorite podcast covering your favorite team at thehockeypodcastnetwork.com, home of hockey podcasts where it's every team, everywhere. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to The Line Change for more daily coverage as we continue to count down towards the trade deadline. Also, be sure, as I mentioned, to turn your notifications on so you don't miss more in-depth analysis, as well as that Jonathan Lekkerimaki video that will be coming out in the coming days. Once again, drop your comments down below. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys on the next Line Change.